Hey guys, we are going live and we're going to start with a little barn hangout. Hello everyone. How is everybody? Hey Bast. Hello. Hey big guy. Oh, we're just going to start this live stream off with the animals hanging out. We'll start with the goats, and then we'll go hang out with the ducks for a little while. Let's just talk a little bit about goats. So this guy here, his name is Bast, B-A-S-T. And Bast here is a pygmy goat silkie. So silkies are known for their long hair. And he's a pygmy goat. KJ, how you doing, KJ? I do remember you. Welcome back. And Derico, how you doing, buddy? So we've got pygmy goat silkie dad, straight pygmy goat, straight pygmy goat. And then we have our mini Nubian. We have Mimi, the mini Nubian. We have Evie, the mini Nubian. We have the fainter goat mixed with Nigerian dwarf. And then our Alpine Toggenburg and our Alpine Toggenburg. Oh, Bast is just needy for attention right now. He's liking the head pats. And you should milk them, says KJ. My wife already milked the goats. She did it early. She did the milking early. If I tried to milk them now, I'd barely get anything out of them. And Derico says, I've never seen them inside. It's a wet, kind of rainy day. So they're just chilling. They're just chilling in the barn where it's nice and dry, nice and warm. And so we're just all hanging out. And I just found a Lego dude in my pocket. Lego dude riding on a goat. Bast, hello. Hello, Bast. He is a stud. Like, look at his little hairdo. He's got straight up bangs. He's got forehead hair. Oh, you're a little stud muffin. I know. He's got that nice long hair from his dad. They eat hay? Yes. Will you give them some dairy ration, which is like oats and corn and soy and stuff? But mostly they graze the fields. They are a grazer. And so they eat the grass, and then come the winter, I have some hay for them over there. But otherwise, they're just chilling in the straw. This isn't food, this is just bedding. So straw is basically your dried up grass that's low in nutrients. It's more weeds and stuff. Oh, hey, big guy. Guys, make sure to double tap that screen, give the channel a like, and let's see if we can draw some people in for that Friday evening socializing. Freshly, how you doing? Welcome back, buddy. And double tap that screen, guys. And KJ says, well, I might leave the live because my family is doing football fantasy draft today and we're eating nachos. Well, you enjoy, man. Spend some time with your family. Enjoy the draft. And yeah, thanks for stopping in and saying hello. Otherwise, we are just, we're just chilling. We're just chilling. I got a flashlight with me because I want to go hang out with the ducks as well, but I've already put them in for the night, and with it getting dark so early and with the overcast, it's going to be pretty dark in there. So I thought I'd bring a little light, and that way we have a better view of the duckies. Oh, Bast is just trying to nibble on me. He wants attention so bad right now. KJ, you have a blessed day as well. We're going to try picking Bast up here. I mean, I got to be careful with my back, but Bast. Oh, you want to snuggle, don't you? Come here, big guy. Oh, hello. Hello. So this is Bast. Hello. I'm going to find a comfy position to hold you on. Oh, I need to make sure you're comfy, buddy. Oh, there. Are you my little baby? My little baby goat? Yeah, Bast is a cutie. He's a little stud muffin. Hello. Oh, thanks for the kisses, buddy. Can you see yourself on screen? Can you see the camera? Who's that goat? Who's that handsome stud on camera? So fun fact about Bast, spelt B-A-S-T, he was named from a character in a book series. I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put you down. He's named from a character in a book series. The series is called the King Killer Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss, and he is kind of the pupil of the main character. And he's described as a fae person, so he's like a fairy person, and has goat-like qualities, hence why he's named Bast. And, of course, we have Faye herself, lying down right behind Elsa, named also after the book, because she's a fae. Just a fun little fact. And they got microchips in them all? No, none of the goats are chipped. They don't have any chips. I have collars on them just to make it easier for me to handle them. But remember, we're on a 156-acre peninsula. We're the only people around. My closest neighbor is over a mile away. And so, yeah, the goats just hang out in the yard. They can't go anywhere. No need to chip them. It's not like they can go get lost in someone else's farm or go out on the road. They're well content here. I don't even have my dog chipped. So my dog isn't chipped either. And she got, thankfully, I live in the middle of nowhere. Keep in mind, I live in the middle of nowhere. And so she got picked up off the highway and brought to the closest vet. And people had messaged me right away because they knew it was my dog. How'd the cheese turn out? The cheese turned out fantastic. We've made 3 different kinds of cheese from the goat milk. So we have made what's called chev, which is goat cheese. That's your typical goat cheese. It's more like a spreadable cheese, so you can eat it on crackers. And then we made cheese curds, and the cheese curds turned out fantastic. Think your cheese curds, like on poutine, your squeaky cheese. And then we also made some ricotta. You know, Word, my auto filter blocked you, but how's it going, Word? I'm glad to hear you are oiled up. You know, you need good lubrication on your skin. You don't want to get dry skin, so good for you. Message to everyone, make sure you stay hydrated. And yeah, Ace says, Mr. Beast just headbutted a turd through his glass desk on live. Alrighty then, Ace. Thanks for sharing that fun tidbit. If that's what it takes to get me famous, I got some cow turds sitting over here. We'll get some headbutts going. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a good Friday night. We're just kind of chilling with the animals. We're hanging out in the barn right now. It's kind of drizzling on and off here, so it's a cloudy, rainy day. I figured I'd just hang out with you guys. So if anyone wants to talk about anything, now's the time. Moonless is cooking. How you doing, Moonless? I'm gooning. You're cooking and you're gooning? Derico says, did you make pepper jack cheese or jalapeno cheese? You know what? I haven't experimented with flavors yet. So I just kept everything straight natural, just straight goat cheese. So we've made ricotta, cheese curds, and chev. Funny and insightful. How are you doing, buddy? Welcome back to the chat. I see you have a YouTube channel as well. I subscribed. Are you advertising that for people, or I see it's a lot of your wife and yourself? Is it a channel that you're trying to promote and grow, or is it more for sharing with friends? Looks like you guys have a lot of fun. And Derico says goat cheese is good on pizza. Yes, I've had it on pizza. It's good in pasta as well. I've had it on my pasta. It's just good. It's good cheese. I would like to do some like herbs and garlic flavored cheese curds. I'd like to do a little bit of flavoring there. But yeah, no, it's good on its own, and we'll get experimenting. We'll make some pepper jack and some jalapeno and all that fun stuff. Funny Night Seifel says, "Oh, did ya? Thank you." No, I don't take YouTube seriously. YouTube is just a medium for me to connect with people. Well, I appreciate you, and it's a lot of fun, guys. Feel free to go check out Funny and Insightful's channel. Go see what kind of stuff they get up to. It seems very wholesome content. I know he says he's not taking it seriously, but he could. If they wanted to, they could. Little Bast here is just vying for my attention. While I'm chatting with you guys, he's nibbling on my jacket because he wants the head scratches. Hey, buddy. Oh, hey, buddy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, Bast. Oh, boy. I dropped you guys. Bast is probably... When were you born, buddy? You were born last, like, February. So you're about 7 months old, 8 months old? 7 months old. He's about 7 months old. He's not our youngest goat. Our youngest goat, who's actually bigger than him is actually Elsa. Elsa over here. Let me find out. Why can't I turn my flashlight on? Oh, because I'm facing you guys. Duh. Elsa right there. Elsa is the youngest. She's the baby. She's only like 2.5 months old. Maybe 3 months. Time flies when you're having fun. But she is a full-size goat, so she's already bigger than Bast here. She is an Alpine Toggenburg, which is a full-size goat, and Bast here is just a pygmy, which is a small compact goat. And how's the new chicken cage working so far? I will show you. And Darlene says, did you get your fence done? No, it was raining here tonight. I had to work late, and then it was raining, and so the fence isn't done. That will be tomorrow's project. But I'll take you guys over there and show you guys the fence. Bast, if you want to come, you can come for a walk. So I'm fencing in this whole area. It's going to be hard to see because, you know, it's dark out, but you can kind of see this fencing. It looks like we've got the first roll rolled out, and then I got to tie it together with the second roll. So I still got to pin it to the fence. It's not tied up here. But I'm fencing this area off so that the chickens and the ducks can have a little bit of a break from the goats. The chickens and the ducks will still be able to come out of here, and I'm going to make a gate at the end. They'll still be able to come out in the field, but the goats won't be able to go in. It's just going to make putting the chickens away at night so much easier. Small time pig. How you doing, small time pig? My pigs are hiding in the forest over here somewhere. We'll see if they come out by my noise. They usually come out when I'm talking. So the chickens are already put away for the night, but let's go over and say hi. Oh, hello, chickens. So here they are doing chicken things, all roosted up for the night, except for one on the ground. But the chickens are all hanging out. There's a ton of them hiding in the nesting boxes right now. Let's just crack this open. There's a whole whack of chickens all in here. Kind of hard to see, but they're there. We're getting about we're getting 1 to 3 eggs a day off of them right now. They're just starting laying, these guys. But yeah, there it is. There it is. I can tell you the chickens are smelly. They got a very potent odor. And Derico said, Bast is loving the attention. Funny and Insightful says, although during live, I do talk about psychology, philosophy, geopolitics, finance, and everything else under the sun. So guys, go check out Funny and Insightful if you guys want to have a good chat with him. I see you don't live stream all the time. Are you planning to go live again sometime soon? And Derico says 1 to 3 eggs per hen. No. 1 to 3 eggs a day right now. So there are, I want to say 14 hens in there, but only a couple of them have started laying eggs. And so give it another month and their egg supply will go way up. Yeah, I don't see any egg. Oh, I do. I see 1 egg right now. There's 1 egg right there in the middle. It's going to be hard to get that egg though. I almost have to send a kid in for it. I got to like crawl on my hands and knees if I'm going to get that egg. We're going for it. We're going for it, guys. We're going to get a little dirty. I need to change my pants anyway. We're going in. I didn't think about this when I built this. Oh, it's still warm. Fresh from the chicken's anus. There you go. There we go, guys. That right there is a fresh egg. Freshly pooped out. So we'll set that in our pocket and try not to break it. There we go. And Falcon, how you doing, Falcon? Michigan says, buff Brahms are nice meat birds, but they only have 150 to 200 eggs a year. And there's one of the goats coming to say hi. Derico says, how long you got till it goes bad? The egg? You're probably good, honestly. Outside like this, you're probably good for like 3 to 5 days before it really goes bad. If you're really concerned, what you do is you put it in a glass of water, and if it floats, it's gone bad. It means that there's gotten air inside of it, or it's starting to decompose. And if it sinks, it's still good. Yeah, we check this thing. Usually what we're doing right now, we find that these chickens are laying their eggs closer to noon. So we're waiting till noon to let them out for the day. And then we leave the door open, let them out for the day. Obviously, this one seems to have laid its egg in the evening because it wasn't there this morning. Matthew, how you doing, buddy? Matthew says, hi, everyone, and have a great time. Cool to see you here. Here's Matthew. We just climbed into our chicken house and pulled out an egg. So there is a fresh egg, fresh farm egg. We're gonna go hang out with the ducks for a second. So let's go chill with them. Oh, hello, ducks. I'm coming in. I'm gonna turn the light on. Oh boy, guys. I know, so noisy and scary. It's okay. It's okay, guys. So here they all are. Here's the ducks. So these guys are a combination of Buff Orpington, Appleyard. The white one is a Pekin. And then all these guys are Anconas. So we got 4 different types of ducks here. And Michigan says a washed egg will go bad before a natural non-washed egg. Matthew says, I'm better than yesterday and I'll be better tomorrow. Derico says, how many eggs you get from the ducks? The ducks, these ones haven't started laying yet. So unfortunately, our laying ducks from last year ended up getting eaten by a fox. And so these guys haven't started laying just yet. They should start laying by the end of September. These ones, not till probably November. These guys they start laying around 5-6 months. These guys are only about 2 months old. And Michigan says, no statistics needed if you have a rooster. Your eggs are fertilized and then some. Quinn says, quack, 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 quack. Yes, this egg will be fertilized, but as long as I get it in the fridge by today, tomorrow, then it won't develop into a blood spot or anything. It's still on the, and there's a chance that it's not fertilized. The rooster tries. The rooster always tries to fertilize the egg, but it doesn't mean he's successful, if that makes any sense. And so, yeah, we're just hanging out with the quackers. I really want to spend more time with the ducks because I feel like they're a little bit hesitant around me. They're a little bit scared around me. I don't spend as much time with them as my wife does. And so I want to spend a little more time with them. Get them used to me. Quinn says, how's it quacking? She's shellacking, baby. She's shellacking. How's it quacking with you, buddy? Derico says, that one duck is giving you the side eye. Oh, there's one more under here. They're probably giving me the side eye because there's one hiding under here. Ha-bam! Surprise! Sneak attack! Sneak attack! And Funny and Insightful says, well, if that doesn't make sense, what will? Rooster be roosting. And Quinn says, I'm good. Falcon says, they are scared of you because you watch too much Steve Ranella. I know. They may or may not be aware that there used to be more ducks than what's around. And I may or may not be the culprit of that. But we had a surplus of drakes, males. And we only wanted to keep one male. One of these guys is a boy. And so we had to butcher the rest. You don't want to have too many boys. They'll start fighting. Matthew says, the chicken lay out the egg and after it's fertilized on the ground? No. So what happens is the rooster actually mates with the chicken and the semen fertilizes the egg while it's still in the chicken. So while the egg is in the chicken, the egg is actually soft. And so the egg has a soft membrane at first. The semen penetrates the egg, fertilizes the egg, and then the egg develops the hard shell and it's pooped out. it's going to develop into a hard shell regardless of if there's a rooster. But if there is a rooster doing rooster things, there's a good chance it's going to fertilize that egg. Now, chickens are more active. They're more romantic in the spring. And so you have a higher success rate of having fertilized eggs in the spring than in the summer or fall. They're a little less active, a little less busy in the sheets, if you know what I mean. And so most people hatch eggs in the spring because you have a higher chance of having successfully fertilized eggs and a higher hatch rate. When you start trying to hatch them this time of year, they're not all fertilized, and so you're going to have a lower success rate. If you catch my drift, that is the birds and the bees when it comes to chickens. We're teaching sex ed for chickens today on Livestream. And so, yeah, these guys, they're all getting along really well. We haven't had any major issues. A little bit of, these guys teaching the other ones that they're bigger and stronger. But as you can see, the heat pad's over there. The big guys are letting the little ones up to the heat pad. We were worried that we might have to separate them to make sure that the little guys would get the heat. But the big guys are respecting it. They don't need the heat. They got feathers. These guys, they're able to do their thing. I'm pretty sure, without double checking with my wife, I gotta look, but I'm pretty sure that this is the drake right here. This is the male. The rest are the females. But I could be wrong. I gotta double check. I'm trying to see it. Off of first glance, when they're all buttoned up like this, it's kind of hard to tell. Almost looks like that's the drake, but my wife knows better. She helped me sort them out. That's a duck. So if they quack, they're a duck. If they squawk, they're a drake. Duck, for sure. And these guys are just kind of doing their thing. Charlie, how are you doing, Charlie? Welcome back to the live stream. I hope you are doing well tonight. And Michigan says, called a pecking order for a reason. Janice says hi. Hi, Janice. And CR7 says apartheid. Funny and Insightful says, do you know the Filipino dish balut is when they cook eggs when they are half developed, which gives it a chewy texture? Ugh, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Our very first batch of duck eggs that we went to hatch this year, we had and it accidentally, what happened was the thermostat stuff kept rising and rising, but it said it was at a lower temperature. And unfortunately, it cooked them about halfway through. And so when I dissected a couple of the eggs to see what went wrong, you could see what happened. And yeah, like you said, in the Philippines, that's a prized dish. No, thank you, not for me. And Charlie says, I just put my birds up. What do you mean by up, buddy? What do you mean by you put them up? Michigan, I have a fresh chicken egg. I just pulled this out of the chicken coop. Michigan says, male will get a curly tail feather or two on their rump. Yes, it's called the drake feather. But I'm having a hard time right now. They're all still pretty young, and so I'm not seeing the drake feather. I'm not seeing the drake feather. I have to do it by sound. It's either the pekin, either goose over there, the pekin, or it's the one in the very middle. And Matthew says, you missed my last comment. Matthew says, but the rooster has a hard thing that inserts in the chicken? Yes. Yes, it is. It's an innie. It only comes out during the act. You wouldn't know that a rooster has a thingy just by looking at it. And Charlie says, I just put my birds up in their pen. Nice. My chickens are in their pen right now. Janice says, curl in the tail means a male. Straight tail says a female. Funny and Insightful says, there is also century eggs that are sour. Rest, I'll leave it to your imagination. Falcon says, you're pretty much in the Arctic. Can't imagine how cold it gets up there. Aurora Borealis would be really nice, though. Yeah, we're up where we are up towards Hudson's Bay. It gets gnarly cold. Our coldest days in the last couple of years recorded at like minus 49 Fahrenheit with the wind chill, but it was nasty. Yeah, a lot of people lost their fowl, their poultry, 2 years ago when that happened. It gets cold up here, but the aurora borealis, the northern lights, are beautiful. In the winter, the sky is really clear because there's not as much moisture because it's so dang cold, and we get the northern lights almost every night. It is beautiful. And Michigan says, LOL, if you eat KFC chicken breast, there's a nut on the backside of the rib sometimes. There's a nut on the backside of the rib sometimes. I don't know if I understand that comment. Charlie says, I got a small egg today and we cracked it. It was a small egg. Falcon says, I live in Tasmania. Coldest it gets here is about minus 13 Celsius in the highlands. I mean, minus 13 is a comfortable temperature up here. We are often sitting in the minus 30 Celsius, but getting as low as like minus 45 Celsius. I was trying to stream last winter in like February at around minus 35, minus 40, and my phone could only last about 5 minutes, 10 minutes outside. I'd be full battery and my phone would just straight up turn off. Ontario. I'm up in Ontario, but I'm up towards Hudson's Bay. Up towards Hudson's Bay. Falcon says, we got it pretty good. I mean, I'm not complaining. I got my pigs over there. There's a pig. Pig! These guys have it pretty good. Just chilling. Just chilling for the night. Welcome back, Charlie. We're just hanging out with the chickens and the ducks. We're having a Friday night social. If you guys got anything you want to talk about, by all means. I'm just here to chat with you guys. So if there's anything particular you want to talk about, anything related or unrelated to the homestead, just about your day, about your week, about your weekend, feel free to chat. I am all ears. Michigan says, any sea ducks rafting up yet on the big water? None yet. Well, I've seen a few in the air, but the ducks up here don't start to migrate through until October. Once we hit October, there's like thousands of ducks. They migrate right through my lake, and literally thousands. Charlie says, can you clap? I'm not going to because I don't want to scare my ducks. I don't want to scare them, man. Any duck migration starting up there? Yes, but they head south from here. So usually end of September and early October, thousands of them migrate. My lake is full of wild rice, and so they like to land in my bay and eat the wild rice. And during that time, literally thousands. Charlie says, when you put your chicken? My chickens are in the house next door. I built a separate coop for the chickens, so they are next door. Funny and Insightful says, what do you think about the Alberta referendum? Good for Ontario? The referendum, as in them voting to separate? Question mark, question mark. Charlie says, when you put your chickens in the pen, clap. They will go in faster. I might try that. As of right now, I just kind of open the door and kind of walk them in. They're getting better. They're starting to learn where their new house is. Michigan says, I just have to figure out what way they went when they get to the Great Lakes. Yes, for the duck migration. I don't know. I just know when they land in my bay because I can't miss them. And Charlie says, yup. Funny says, yup. For the whole country, we really don't want Alberta to separate because Alberta creates a large amount of income for our GDP, and so based on all the oil. So we definitely don't want Alberta to separate. As bad as it is, the rest of the country kind of relies on them. Charlie says, but just don't be mean. I don't get, but just don't get a boy turkey. Don't worry, Charlie. I don't plan to get a turkey, at least no time soon. We do hear that they tend to get a little aggressive sometimes. And while I got young kids, I don't need them fighting with the turkey. The ducks are the nicest birds. I love the ducks. These ducks are just so friendly, so relaxed, so chill. They're a little uneasy around me because I don't spend enough time with them. That's why we're here right now, just spending time with them. But yeah, I'm just, this guy's side-eyeing me. This guy's watching me like, yo, take one step and I'll show you who's boss. He's eyeing me up like he wants to attack me. But these guys, chill as cucumbers. Falcon says, I love ducks. They are so cute, but they do taste good too. Yes, unfortunately, God made them taste delicious. But don't worry, none of these guys are slated for the butcher. We plan to keep all of these guys, maybe one or two surplus here, but if anything, we're going to try to rehome them. Okay, guys, we are going to leave the ducks alone because they want to go to sleep. We're going to move on back towards the goats. Let's go see the cow and the goats. Okay, guys, you guys have a good night, okay? Good night, ducks. Good night. You guys take care, okay? Take care of each other. Close up the log cabin. Good night, chickens. No new eggs hiding in here. Good night, chickens. I know it's harder to see you guys with the metal mesh, but good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the foxes bite. So now we're gonna walk back around. I look freaky. Imagine jumping on the stream and you just see this. That's terrifying. I can't see though. Ah! I almost fell. I got the light shining in my face. So guys, how you doing? How you doing? How are we having a good time? Sorry, I can't help myself. I'm still a boy at heart. I'm still just a little boy. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm gonna freak my goats out. Oh, I gotta look away because I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. It's starting to rain. I'm getting rained on, guys. Hi, Gabby. Are you coming to bed? Gabby sees me and she's freaked out too. I gotta go hang out in the barn. We're getting rained on. Bear with me, guys. We're going to the barn. Charlie, I'll catch your comment in a second. Let me just get to the barn. Oh boy, Gabby, slow, slow. Hey, settle. Settle, it's just me. Hey, let's go hang out in the barn, girl. Why'd you freak out like that? Okay, everyone, we're all heading back in. I know it's raining, girl. Did you see Gabby, man? She freaked out. Let's spin you guys around. Gabby was just freaking out there. She tried to stampede, man. That could have been bad. Everyone's hanging out in here where it's nice and dry. And Falcon says, find any more mushrooms, bro? I haven't gone looking for mushrooms in a little bit. Just that last live stream. And Charlie says, okay, because I have one turkey, only males, love female people, and if you have kids that wear red, turkeys think they want to fight. And Matthew said, have you checked the useless farm on YouTube? Not yet, Matthew, but I will. Thank you for the reminder. I'm going to screenshot this right now. Okay, I screenshotted it, so I will remember to go check it out. And Matthew says, oh, I just missed your message before you deleted it. Funny and Insightful says, living in a sparsely populated area, you must be knowing everyone. How's that feel like? It is interesting. It is interesting when everyone knows who you are. There are benefits to it, like when my dog gets loose on the highway or something, people pick her up and call me, so that's nice. More people know me than I know them, based on, between YouTube and I do run a business, and there's not many people up here who do. And so I'll have people just walking by, yelling out, hey, Justin, how's it going? And I'll be, good, man, never met you in my life. I don't know who you are, but good. And Freshly says, dang, it's getting dark. Yes, that's why we got the flashlights tonight. Falcon says, we were all babies not long ago. Large Family Homestead says, hey, how are you guys? You see that check mark? That means Large Family Homestead is the legit real deal. Go check out their channel. Large Family Homestead. Typically, it's Brooke on the line, but sometimes you will see videos from their mom or featuring the brother. They are a large family. I believe it's 12 in the family. They have an awesome YouTube channel. It is bumping over there. They are also doing live streams. They're super friendly, super chill. go check them out, support them. I strongly encourage you guys to subscribe over there. You know, not that she needs the subscribers. She's chilling around 25,000 subscribers. She is the legit deal, but go support them. I super enjoy their content. Brooke, you guys make awesome content. I really enjoy the insightfulness of your videos where you showcase how much money you've made on certain things and in certain time. It's really nice when you got YouTubers and you know, TikTokers, content creators who are really transparent about the reality of it, because a lot of people may be a little delusioned. And so I really like that kind of content. And I feel like everyone should go check them out. And Charlie, take care. Have a good night. Freshie says, it should be nice and humid for mushroom hunting. Spread the spore. Maybe we'll go looking tomorrow. Maybe we'll get some looking tomorrow. I am, oh boy, let's, I am about to have back surgery on Monday. I think that scares my cow. I'm about to have back surgery on Monday, and so after that, I'm not going to be able to mushroom hunt for the rest of the season. I've talked to the surgeons a little more, and I'm not going to be allowed to bend, twist, or lift for 6 weeks. And then I need to take it easy for another 6 weeks. Wah, wah, wah. Doesn't mean I won't be live streaming. I just might not be able to live stream as often. It just is what it is. I'll be focusing on longer form content in the meantime. Let's turn that flashlight back on because it's dark in here. And Michael Myers says, yo, cow lays eggs. Hello, your cow lay an egg? Michael, check this out. My cow literally just laid this egg. Like an hour ago. You just missed it, man. You just missed it. My cow laid this egg. TH Outdoors says hi. And Large Family Homestead says, thanks. I'm glad you are enjoying them. Funny and Insightful says, do you believe that your human connections have improved after moving to such an area from a big city? I suppose, but on the flip side, I moved to the middle of nowhere, so like I don't have to deal with as many humans. I think my human connection has improved with YouTubing, with hanging out with you guys. But my animal connection, we be bumping, we be chilling. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm still a bit of a hermit. I moved up here and I like my privacy. I like my middle of nowhere property. I like just hanging out. Falcon says, you milk your cow and goats? I do milk the goats, but I don't milk the cow. I don't have a baby cow from her yet, and she's a black Angus, and so she does not have a high quality milk content. And so black Angus are bred for their meat, not for their milk. Does that make sense? And Matthew says, I have subscribed to your YouTube channel at Large Family Homestead. Avery has joined the chat. Hey, how are you feeling? My cow! Avery, once she's done with the salt block, we'll do the boop for you. Falcon says, dang, man. Divine healing to you. Thank you, Falcon. Funny and Insightful says, absolutely. Health is much more important, and definitely you're in for the long haul in YouTube. Good luck with your surgery, sir. Thank you, Funny. And Quinn says, moo! Bah. Falcon says, yep. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the surgery. I mean, it's going to suck being laid up because I love being busy and just keep it moving. But, you know, my back's been failing me, so it's about time to get this fixed up. And, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I just hope it's a quick and speedy recovery. But in the meantime, I'm going to take that time to do a couple things. I'm going to work my way through the rest of American Sign Language University so that I can learn more sign language and become more fluent in it. And then I am going to work on the engineering designs for my next house. I plan to build it in about 3 years. And then I also am going to focus on some long form and short form content. We're going to pump out some videos we've had in the works and get that bumped off. Try to get some high quality edits while we got time to relax. Matthew says, can you explain to me, a very good question, but where's the tide go when it's low tide and how the moon influences the tide? Well, Matthew, I don't even have that answer for you, but I would assume on one side of the ocean, if it's low tide, the other side would be high tide. And so, just follow the ocean to the other side and see what the volume's doing. I bet you're going to see a transference of energy from one side to the other. That would be my guess. Knife Making says hi. Matthew says, hi, everyone. Hello tonight, Knife Making. And Large Family Homestead says, well, I'm glad your back is getting fixed, and I hope it's not too hard of a recovery for you. Falcon says, it's a lake, Matt, no tide. My lake is a lake, but the ocean has a tide. And hello to our Chinese friend. Sorry, I can't read your name, but hello. And Matthew says, I know, Falcon. He's talking about the ocean, though. Oh boy, we got this guy right at our head. We're just leaning against him. I am so glad that he didn't jump out and give me a kiss. He looks like an orb weaver, except he's making a nest, so he's definitely not an orb weaver. But yeah, look at that big daddy. Look at that big daddy. I'm going to move my head a little bit back from all of this. I didn't realize that I was leaning against a spider. And we'll come hang out over here. How are you guys doing? Evie, Maple, you guys are besties, eh? You and Bast, the three of you guys are besties. Oreo over here likes to keep her eye on everyone. She's got her back to the door because she doesn't want to get beat up. Hey, girl. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I know. Some of the other goats are mean to you, eh? They give you headbutts. I know, but not me. Not me. I'm nice. Avery says, I hate spiders. I hear you. I don't mind them, but I don't like when they're in my hair. That's less fun. And Falcon says, my humble apologies, Matt. And Large Family says, I would have just screamed while live if a spider was that close to me. I hear you, Brooke. I mean, living in the country has made me a lot less jumpy to mice, snakes, and spiders. They are just everywhere. It's just part of life out here. And Max the Exquisitor says, hi, how you doing, buddy? And Quinn says, bah. Matthew says, it's okay, Falcon. I've not written all my thinking in my comment. Avery says, Large Family for real. For real. Maybe I'm just putting on a fake brave face for you. Maybe I muted it while I screamed internally. Oh, Gabby. Gabby. What you doing over there, Gab? You're like, I want to go out and eat, but I don't want to get rained on. It's a tough life. It's a tough life. And does anyone have any big plans for the weekend? It is the weekend. Has anyone got any big plans? Anyone planning anything crazy? Anyone doing any traveling or have any parties or events they're planning to attend? What's going on in everyone's lives? Anyone having a crazy weekend? Quinn says, how many goats? There are 9 in total here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Falcon says, my auntie weaned my little cousins on goat milk. They are very strong. You know what? I actually use a goat milk-based formula for my baby. So my baby is being raised off of goat milk as well. Avery says, I love snakes. Avery, what kind of snakes do you have where you are? Up here, they're pretty well all garter snakes and some king snakes. They're all harmless. And I call them danger noodles. Danger noodles. Jericho says, I guess if the wifey gets mad at you, you can sleep with the goats. I need to put up in the rafters here, I need to put a little bed. I need to put a little bed up there. And Large Family Homestead says, I'm going to be doing a talk at my local bee club next month. I'm excited and nervous. I've only done public speaking one other time, but Brooke, is this Brooke I'm talking to? I should clarify because I know that there are a lot of you on the channel. I mean, Brooke, you're the face of the channel, but I know other people are active on it. So am I talking to Brooke right now? Please confirm. And Derica says, I'm just dog sitting tomorrow. What kind of dog? How many dogs? Matthew says, did they lay in the ground to sleep, the goats and the cow, or they sleep on their legs and hooves? They all lie down, just like Evie here. They just snuggle up and lie down. Just like Evie. They snuggle up and lie down. They enjoy the bedding. And Derica says, I don't like snakes or hairy spiders. I used to have an iguana, though. I had a couple lizards as well. One of my very first... Hey, be nice, Faye. Be nice. Everyone's chilling. Everyone be chilling, Faye. And one of my first lives... Or not lives, sorry. Shorts. One of my first YouTube shorts is about my my lizards. My emerald tree skinks. I had them for about 2.5 years. And large families homestead confirms. It is Brooke. Well, Brooke, you can't say that you don't do public speaking. You live stream like twice a week. You do public speak all the time. That is, you're good at it. I know it's a little different when you're in front of a crowd and not just reading text on a screen. But, just think of all the text on your screen. When you got 30, 40, 50 people in your live stream, just imagine that's a room of people. If it helps, when you're speaking in public, just imagine the room of people is a bunch of usernames. There you go. Derico says, one dog. It's an American bulldog. And Max says, snake tastes like chicken. I have heard that, but I have never tried one. I have never thought to myself, I'm going to catch that snake and eat it. Maybe I should. Maybe I should try it. Maybe I should do a YouTube video about eating a snake. A catch and cook. A snake catch and cook. And Matthew says the cow too. Yes, the cow lies down all the time. The cow loves just chilling. She's out in the field now. She took off. She went for a walk. She's somewhere back there. But she'll be back. She'll be back. Falcon says, Bear Grylls peed on a rattlesnake skin once to boost his morale. Avery says, what is the wife doing? Hey. Oh, you hit your baby by mistake. Hey. Faye. Ugh, Faye. Hey. You. None of that. Yeah. Hey, don't be mean. I'm the alpha. I'm the alpha, not you. You be nice, okay? Boop. Give you a little boopski boop. Okay. I'm coming in to cuddle. And you better not headbutt me. You better not get me with your horns. You're being frisky bisky. Yeah, that's okay. You're a good girl. But you got to be nice to the other goats. Just because you're the biggest doesn't mean you're allowed to be the meanest. You be nice. You be nice, you little bulldog. She thinks she's an American bulldog. Whoa. Not you two. What are you guys doing? Stop picking on everyone. The two biggest goats are being the meanest. Guys, chill out, man. Chill out. I know you all want my attention. Are you okay, girl? Are you okay, Evie? Are you okay, Evie? Oh, she got that tail wag. She's okay. Hey, girl. I know. They're just a bunch of meanies, eh? Just a bunch of meanie baninis. Not today. Not... Okay, why are we all so frisky in the bisky? Sorry, guys. I'm going to catch up with you. My wife is just sleeping, Avery. And Max says, I eat one big snake. Large family, Homestead says, great advice. I'll use that. I'm generally an extroverted person, so I feel like I'll be fine. You'll do great. Derico says, getting real in there. They want more screen time. Avery says, they're so mean tonight. I know. They're like trying to figure out who wants to sleep where. They're trying to pick the best spot in the barn. And Evie over here is smart. She's like, I'm just going to hang out with you. She says, he doesn't throw headbutts. And they don't like to headbutt when a goat's right beside me because I'll interfere. I'll play defense. I just got to make sure they don't get me in the egg. I don't want to break the egg in my pocket. Anyway, hi, Faye. Faye, you got to chill, man. You got to chill. I'm always surprised how big Elsa's getting because Elsa is now... Hey. I saw that, you little boopski boop. You went in for a headbutt. No. I saw that. No. Evie, you better get behind me, Evie. Faye wants to go. Faye wants to fight. Faye's feeling frisky bisky tonight. She wants to go. She wants to fight. She's feeling frisky bisky tonight. Anyway, Large Family says, I'm heading out, y'all. It's time for me to end my week. Have an awesome weekend, everyone. Take care, Brooke. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a good weekend. We will see each other soon. Falcon says, please keep doing these live streams. They are awesome. Don't worry, man. I'm going to keep at it as long as I can. Like I said, next week, I might be a little MIA because I'm having a spine surgery. We're having back surgery. And so we might not be around for a few days. But as soon as we can, we will be back at it. Even if the streams start off short, like a half hour here and there, we'll keep posting cute videos. I'll get some videos of my goats being goaty, and we'll keep up with it, man. We'll keep up with it. And Avery says, let us see that French come out. I'm embarrassed to speak French when Matthew's in the chat, because Matthew's the real Frenchman. Je parle le petit français, mon ami. Bonjour, Avery. Tu es la pomme de terre de mes yeux. Derico says, she has got blue eyes. Matthew says, you missed my last comment. Matthew said, you need a barn cat or two to control the rodents. That's what the snakes are for. I'm allergic to cats. I am allergic to cats. And so I don't really want a barn cat for that sole reason that I know my wife can't help herself but to snuggle the cat. If we get a cat, my wife will snuggle it, and then she will bring all them allergens to my bed, and then I will have an allergic reaction every once in a while. Secta Parodi says, hello. Hello, how you doing? Every once in a while, there we go. Every once in a while, my wife will snuggle with the rabbits, and she'll forget to change her clothes. And then she'll bring that into bed, and all night I'll be scratching and itching, and we have to change the sheets. Otherwise, I can't sleep. And so, yeah, this is how I should always do my live streams. I should just hang out like this. Yeah, so if we had a barn cat, my wife would do the same thing. And Falcon says, God bless you with all that, bruv. I hear you. Thank you. Avery says, yay, the French. Matthew says, the Patreon. How do I find it? So if you click on my username, if you click on My Wildlife or go to my channel, in my channel description, there is the link to the Patreon. If you go over to the Patreon, I have a free group chat set up. My Patreon's totally free. There is a paid option if you want to have private chats with private DMs. But honestly, just go to the free chat. You can join the group chat. And Sex says, what time is it right now in your country, bro? We are in northern Canada, and it is 8:55 p.m. It is 8:55 p.m. And I'm not normally just a shadow. I'm a dude, but and I can't see. Goat. Oh, I don't even know if you guys can see. I'm streaming when it's pitch black, and I feel like this is a fun face to have. So yeah, I'm just chilling, looking like the Joker, maybe, if I can. I feel this is terrifying. Is this not terrifying for you guys? I'm terrified to look at myself. Minnow Buckets gives the smiles, and Skeet says, I am from Asia, or Sect. I keep wanting to call you Skeet. Sect Parody says, I am from Asia. What part of Asia? That's a very big answer. That's like me saying I'm from North America. Oh boy, I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. The mosquitoes. They're getting me, bro. They're getting me. What's better? If I blind myself and you can see me? Or if I'm just a floating pair of eyes and a mouth? What do we prefer? Do we prefer the eyes and a mouth, the goats, or the full face? I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. I'm just hanging out in the dark. Falcon says, the next Marvel superhero. Oh, here comes Gabby. I gotta watch. She's scared of my face when I do that, and I don't want her to run me over. That's my... Sorry, guys. That's my... We'll flip you around. That's my cow. That's my cow. But it's rain... Evie, or I mean, sorry, Faye, don't kick the goats out of the barn. You good, Maple? What you doing, girl? Don't be so mean. Avery says, no cowboy hat tonight? Nah, not tonight. Tonight we are just chilling in the dark. We're just chilling in the dark. We got the hair out. Just chilling. Somewhere over here. Somewhere over here. Somewhere over here. Somewhere over here. I think I'm losing my mind, guys. I think I'm going crazy. I spent too much time hanging out in the barn. I've spent too much time chilling with the animals. And Sect says, I like your goat. Hey, yeah, well, she's being a meanie, but Jeannie right now, she's headbutting everyone. Stop that. Don't you dare headbutt me. Don't headbutt me. You can smell me, you can sniff me, but you can't headbutt me. No bueno, girl. Ain't nobody got time for no headbutts. I will protect them. She's going for it. I can see it in her eyes. She wants to get Evie or Maple. Sorry, that's Maple. I'm watching. They're watching. Oreo's like, I got my cow now. Oreo is really smart. So Oreo is this one. Oreo will hide under the cow so that she can't get headbutt by Faye. So she relies on the cow being in the barn. Not today, girl. Stop. Stop being mean. Stop being mean. Just hang out with me if you want attention. You don't need to throw headbutts. And Avery Minnow says, I hate mosquitoes. And Sect says, I am from Indonesia. Hey. Don't you dare. She's not dumb enough to throw a headbutt at the boy. But she will go after Oreo over there. So Oreo is kind of relying on the cow. She either wants Big Daddy to protect her or the cow. Avery says, I'm in school until 3:40 Monday to Friday. So if I miss one of your lives during the week, I am so sorry. Avery, you never need to apologize. And Avery asked me to boop the cow. Okay, give me a second. Evie's over here chewing on my jacket. And Matthew says, you should do campfire live stream after your surgery. That would be good. I will do that. Falcon says, boop. Avery says, Falcon, that's my thing. Minnow says, drink at home bar too expensive. I save a lot of money drinking at home. Is that what you're doing right now, Minnow? Having some rum and cokes, some whiskeys, drinking that tequila. And Avery says, you missed my comment. I think, are you going to keep shaving or no? Said TH Outdoors. You know what, TH? I think we're going to grow the beard back. We're slowly getting there. We're going to grow it back. I'm going to try to keep it trimmed so it grows evenly at an even length, but we are committing to regrowing the beard. We want to look like a playa. We need to have that beard. You know, it was nice knowing that I still have a jawline. It's still there. Ah! The cow. Moo! Oh, Avery really wanted me to give you this. Gabby. See, the thing is, she's being submissive, which is good. She's keeping her head away from me, but come here. Okay. Oh. I can't give her a boop. She doesn't want a boop-ski boop. Sorry, Avery. No boop for you. No boop tonight. She's too submissive. She doesn't want to let me give her a boop. It's actually a good thing. So when she's turning her head away from me, it's her saying, I'm not going to fight. I don't want to challenge you. No, I'm looking the other way. I'm not a threat. I'm backing down. I'm not trying to fight. And then look at her. She knows. She's like, I am safe behind the cow. Smart girl. And Freshly said, I trimmed my beard recently, and double tap your screen to give a like, guys. And Minnow said, vodka, baby. We're drinking the vodka. Do they eat your clothes? They nibble on me, that's for sure. They definitely nibble. They definitely try to chew on me. And I'm seeing where I missed. Mama Nova says, "Aw, she's adorable." Matthew says, "I really, really love my beard." Avery says, "Falcon, it's okay. Just please don't do it again. Don't steal my boops. I am the only one who can request the boopski." And Quinn says, "Moo." Avery says, "Falcon, thank you." And Minnow says, "Nibble, LMAO." Matthew says, "What's the problem, Avery?" Falcon wanted to steal the boop demand. Dunna 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 dunna. Boop. I didn't touch her. I didn't even touch her. Charlie, welcome back, Charlie. Welcome back. We're just chilling in the barn, watching the animals do their thing. Everyone's kind of got their routine. What are you're yawning? She's digesting. So they regurgitate some of their food from their stomach, and it's called cud, and they re-chew it. So they'll kind of, their stomach acid will break down the hay, and then they'll kind of spit it back up, and they chew on it like gum, and then re-swallow it. So that's what she's doing. That is what she is doing. And Minnow says, "My goat ate my homework." That is a viable excuse out on the homestead. That is a legitimate excuse. And Avery says, "Matthew Falcon was trying to do my thing." Everyone's just joking, guys. Everyone's just being silly. Everyone is just being silly. Oh. Matthew says, "It's not only your thing, unfortunately, Avery. I like it too." Evie. Boop. Evie got the boop. Evie got the boop, Scoot and Boogie. And Falcon says, "It's all good. I don't want to steal no one's boop." Gwen says, "Will the cow be eaten?" No. So she is our breeder. She is pregnant right now, and we will be having a baby from her. She's a mama. She is not for our consumption. We hope to have her around the homestead for the next 15, 20 years. She is our good girl. She is our good girl. Why is your, just the angle, I was going to say, why does your butt look whiter than the rest? But it's just the way the light is reflecting off of her. Just the way the light is reflecting off of our Black Betty. Whoa, Black Gabby, bam lamb. Whoa, Black Gabby, bam lamb. Black Gabby gave us a baby, bam lamb. The dang thing gone wild, bam lamb. Trying to pick the thistle off of her ear. She's got a, is that a thistle or a wart? I can't tell. Hey, Maple, are you going to let me come near you, or are you going to run away? You're going to run away, aren't you? You're not going to run towards her. You stepped on my foot. You know, that's called survival right there. That's a smart goat. She's like, I am going to tuck myself as deep into the corner as I can behind all my buddies, but behind Bast and Evie, so that I know I am safe from the headbutts. Because this girl is on a tear. She is just scaring everyone in the barn. Anyway, let's throw you back around and we can look at my lovely face while I try to read the chat. And Mud says, boop. And Minnow Bucket says, do they eat cows? Does who eat cows? And Avery says, Mud, I will put you in timeout if you keep it up. Urgh. And Sect says, I want to eat one of them. You want to eat one of the goats or one of the cows? Which one do you want to eat? Typically with my animals, what I try to do with most of the animals is we breed them all. So we do have babies. We try to keep all the females. And then when it comes to female cows, you resell them and then buy new cows. So I'm getting 2 more new cows this fall. That way you can keep genetic diversity instead of just rebreeding your own cattle. You sell and then buy new ones to replace yours. And then the goats, we keep all the females. And then we try to rehome the males, but any surplus males that we can't rehome do get eaten. We've only had to do that for a few of them because normally we can find people who want them. Because we take good care of them. They're a lot like pets. Avery says, oh boy, we got to turn the flashlight back on. Avery says, is it cold there tonight? You know what? It is the perfect mosquito temperature. It is around 19 Celsius. So it's around 71 Fahrenheit right now, 72 Fahrenheit. It is pretty warm. It's going to cool down. I really think it will. Maybe it's a little colder out there, but in the barn with the hay and all the animals, it's pretty warm. Fun fact for you guys. Fun fact. So a lot of barn houses, old family barns, you would put the animal stalls on the main level and you'd build your house above the barn. The reason you would do that is because if you had 20, 30 cow down there, cows radiate a ton. Whoa, that's a lot of pee. I don't need to show you guys, but you guys probably heard that. It was like a waterfall. Anyway, cows radiate a ton of heat. So by having your cows below your house, you would get some in-floor heating. Fun little fact. Fun little fact, Ski. Minnow Bucket says, oh, you lucky, the weather is good. Too humid here in Minneapolis. Did I get that right? MLPS, Minneapolis? Well, Minnow, I think you're staying warm enough. If you've got that vodka flowing, you're staying warm enough, buddy. I used to drink, but I have not had a single drink in 6 years. We are coming up on 6 years on the nose. And no, I was not an alcoholic. I don't have my AA chip. That's not why I remember the number. I just decided to stop drinking one day. And yeah, it's been almost 6 years. Matthew says 72 Fahrenheit equals 21 Celsius, if I remember it correctly. Okay, so it's closer to 70 or 69 Fahrenheit right now. And Minnow Bucket says, yep, I am warm. I've got the vodka. It's all good, man. It's a Friday night. It's a lovely night. And I mean, you probably didn't have this on your bingo card, hanging out with goats on your Friday night, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're chilling. TH Outdoors says, do you live in Minnesota, Minnow Bucket? That's what I'm getting if I read MLPS as Minneapolis. Minneapolis, Minnesota. She's grooming. She's grooming. He's grooming. Everyone's getting ready for bed. They're having their good night wash. The reason these two are always together is because that's the mom and that's the baby. That is Faye and Elsa. So they're always together. Goats have really good maternal instincts. They get along really well with each other. With their own family. Falcon says, I have more energy since I gave up coffee. It wasn't easy giving it up, though. Falcon, I'm not as brave as you. I did for a little bit. I didn't fully give it up. I switched to decaf, and I've slowly filtered my way back into full caffeine. Avery says, I'm proud of you for stopping drinking on your own. And can I? Oh, I can. I don't know why it got deleted, but Mud said, whoa, Black Gabby, boop, boop. Whoa, Black Gabby, boop, boop. Avery wanted to boop Gabby, said no. Justin gave a boop to the goat, boop, boop. Knife making. I can't undo that. You don't need to, why'd you time him out? He was just singing a song. It was Whoa, Black Betty. MK knife making. Why did you get rid of Mud? You can't do that, man. They weren't doing anything bad. They were singing a song. Minnow Bucket said, vodka good with tons of water. Yep, I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. MK Knife Making says, oh, sorry. Don't time people out unless they're saying something extremely egregious. Especially not for that 24-hour ban. Sorry, Mud. I can't undo it, unfortunately. There's no way to undo it. Once it happens, it is done. And Minnow says, whoa, Black Betty. Tempting. Falcon says, you got a little slice of heaven there. Full admiration. Thank you, Falcon. It is. This is my own little piece of heaven. Hanging out in the barn. I am one with the animals. Except the mosquitoes are terrible. And Fresh says, Justin, will you be doing any fishing? We might get out there fishing this weekend. One last fishing live stream before we have surgery. My wife was kind of pushing me to go out on the pontoon boat tonight. She wanted me to go fishing, but it was raining. And I was like, bruh, that's a lot less fun when it's raining. You got the mosquitoes, the open water, the rain. I'd rather not get wet. It's a lot harder to live stream in the rain. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see the mosquitoes. Can you see that guy? I'm trying to focus in on them, but they're eating me alive in here. There's not that many, but they know where I am. Hey, goats. Hey, goats. Avery says, can you please boop Big Daddy for me? Orion, you gonna let me boop you? Orion, Big Daddy. Boop. Did I catch it on camera even? Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Oreo. And Freshly says, we need dragonflies. We do. We need them dragonflies up in the barn. That would be a nice touch. Quinn says, bah. Avery says, thank you so much. You are welcome, Avery. You are welcome. So you started your first day of senior today. Up here in Canada, we've got grade 9, 10, 11, 12 is high school. I don't know that we really call it like junior or senior or freshman or anything. It's kind of just grade 11 or 12. And Matthew says, I am really sorry, Avery, to have to think it was you when it wasn't you that did it. Stop eating me, girl. Stop eating my Hey. I don't taste that there is an egg in my pocket, so maybe I do taste good. Stop chewing on my jacket. Do you just want the head scratches? Winterman says, only raising meat rabbits currently, hoping to get goats soon. Winterman, let me show you my meat rabbits. The goats are awesome. I'm gonna preface it like this. So I have a little bit of everything since you're asking. This is she is a Nigerian dwarf mixed with fainter. I would not recommend getting a Nigerian dwarf fainter goat. Unfortunately, she doesn't really faint, but she's super skittish. So she's really hard to bond with. I'm going to have to lock her in here one day and just have an hour alone just hanging out with her. But let's move over to these. These are full-size goats. So these are Alpine Toggenburgs, and they provide a ton of milk. You're talking like 1 to 2 gallons a day off of these guys. Awesome for making cheese. The milk itself doesn't have the best flavor because it's low butter fat, but the cheese is fan-freaking-tastic. Then we've got the Mini Nubian, one of the best milking goats there is. A Mini Nubian, she'll provide you around 2 liters a day, and it's high butter fat. We're talking like a 5 to 7% cream. Super delicious, better than cow's milk. Super tasty. Then we've got the pygmy goats over here. This little guy and this guy, they are silky, long hair, silky mixed with pygmy. They are primarily meat goats or just companion animals. They are your pet of the farm. You can eat them. They've got a good meat to size ratio, but primarily these guys are buddies. She is another Mini Nubian, also known as a Nigerian dwarf mixed with Nubian. Same thing, that high butterfat milk. We got a straight pygmy goat here. I guess I went over them all. Mini Nubian, man. Best milk. Alpine Toggenburg. Fantastic quantity of milk. That's just a little bit of you. And let's go take a look at the bunnies. Why don't we go take a look at the bunnies? But all your tenants look very healthy. Yes, they are very healthy. They're all... We take the best dang care of them we can. We treat them super well. And TH Adore says, I am homeschooled. So are my children. We homeschool our kids. Minnow says, my mom told me that we ate nothing but rabbits when I was 1 year old. Falcon says, rabbit is my favorite meat, but my girlfriend loves rabbits, so I'm not allowed anymore unless I accidentally run one over. That does sometimes happen. Minnow says, occasionally a goose. Falcon says, goat's feta is prime and sublime. We've been making goat chev, spelled Chevre, but it's chev, as well as cheese curds and ricotta. And it is fan-freaking-tastic, man. It's my new favorite thing. I love making goat cheese. It is so good. It is so good. And Winter says, gonna build up a quail hutch this week and hopefully pick 17 up. Nice. We do chickens and ducks. I love ducks. Ducks are my favorite poultry. I'm a huge fan of ducks. I think that's my cow over there. Yeah, that's my cow. Okay, let me show you in here for a second. Here's some of my rabbits. Not all, but here are some of them. New Zealand Flemish mixes. Little baby bunny. There's mama. There's a little baby white fluffer. Just a little white hopper. The rest of them are hiding in the hutch or in with mommy. They're hiding underneath that. But there's one of them. One of them's come out to say hi. Hello, little baby. Oh, there's a mouse. There's a mouse. There's a mouse. There's a mouse. There's a mouse on the loose. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Dum-bum-bum. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Dum-dum-dum. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Dum-dum-dum. I lost him. But yeah, there's the baby. I built this little box into this container so that they can go hide. They can go get some shelter. They can go snuggle up. And yeah, I have a Callie and Flemish. Oh, there's the mouse. He just took off. These guys are New Zealand Flemish Giant Highland mix. They're a giant mix. There's going to be a whole whack of them in that box, but I'm not going to go disturb their sleep. Tom and Jerry. Yeah, the mice are brave, but I mean, it's because there's access to food everywhere. So, oh, another one came out to say hi. He said, what's with the light? Is it daytime? Good morning, Daddy. Good morning, buddy. Good morning, little bunny. How are you? Morning, little bunny. How are you? It's not actually morning, bud. You can go back. I didn't want to wait. I don't want to wake you up. Sorry. And Matthew says goat in French is chev. That explains it. So the bacteria culture that we add to make goat cheese is called chev. So that makes sense as to why it's goat cheese, because it's goat cheese. It's chev cheese. Goat cheese. TH Outdoors says, we have a mouse infestation in our chicken coop. They look like rats. Well, the chickens should try to eat them. So hopefully the chickens take care of that for you. And Falcon says, eat the mice. Oh, heard they aren't bad. I wouldn't eat mice because I feel like they're full of parasites, and I don't want to be full of parasites. I would rather avoid that if I could. Minnow says, my mom called me minnow buckets all my life. Recently, I asked her why minnow buckets. Her answer was, NC, there's too many fishes swimming in your head. Or BC, because there's too many fishes swimming in your head. The minnow bucket. Does that mean you're a dreamer, but you're not the only one? Some people call me a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And Matthew says, but you need to say the R and in chèvre. In English, we don't pronounce the R-E. We just pronounce it chev. But that's good to know in French. It's chèvre. Is it chèvre or chèvre? 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 Matthew, tell me when I'm getting close. Is it chèvre? Chèvre. Chèvre, mon ami. It's the chèvre. Tu es le chèvre. TH Outdoors says, they are so hard to take out. I've gotten like 5. Jericho says, lol. Lol, 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 lol. Lol, 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 lol. Oh, it's not as dark in here. Lol, 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 lol. La 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 la. I am losing my mind, guys. I'm going crazy. Sitting out here in the dark in the barn, I am just, I'm losing it. I understand. I'm getting in the mind of Heath Ledger. I'm feeling like the Joker, baby. And is that a dwarf rabbit? No, these are giant rabbits, but they're babies. Let me spin you back around. Ba, 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 ba. They are just babies. They're only a couple weeks old. And so they are just babies, but they get big like Mama over there. She's hiding back there. These guys are just little bitty babies. The little baby. And Falcon says, do you have a glass house or veggie garden? A greenhouse? No, I don't. I didn't do one this year. So I just have, sorry, I'm trying to get the mosquitoes off my head. I just have some tomatoes. I planted an apple orchard. This year, I've just been focusing on my animals. Building up the dock house and the chicken coop and, building more fencing and just taking care of the animals. So I didn't want to focus on a garden as well. Just too much work. I got pigs this year, so that was my big thing, was doing pigs. Next year, though, we're going to go hard with the gardening. And Matthew says, not at all close, but at the end, you almost got it. And Falcon says, Heath did the best Joker. Hands down. Rip, bro. I know, and I really liked Heath Ledger in A Knight's Tale. That movie was my childhood. I know, it was a shame. So many of those actors and even comedians, they struggle with mental health, and you wouldn't expect it. You think that they're successful and they're doing well in their careers, and you just don't expect it. I know Robin Williams really shook me up when he passed away. Yeah. Sad topic. Okay, let's talk about bunnies. Bunny. Playing tag. Anyway, now that I got all morally depressed, let's go back and hang out with the goats for another few minutes. I feel like there's less mosquitoes in the goat enclosure. A Knight's Tale is one of my favorites too. And your shoes have to be caked with animal poo, LOL. Bro, definitely, yes. That's a firm yes. That's a firm yes. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Well, guys, let's say goodnight to all the goats. And I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. We are coming up on an hour and a half, and the mosquitoes are bad. I'm going to call it a night, guys. And Minnow says, you are cute. Love your vibe. Thank you. I don't know if I'd call this cute, though. I feel like this is not cute. My nose is glowing. Can't get it glowing any better. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Anyway, guys, I'm losing my mind. I'm going crazy. The mosquitoes are bad. I appreciate you guys. It's always a good chat. You guys are awesome. Thanks for joining me. We'll probably, I'm going to have back surgery on Monday, so I'm probably going to be streaming tomorrow and Sunday so that if I am knocked out for a few days, I can still get my time with you guys before surgery. So I'm going to let you guys go. Put the flashlight in your mouth. Oh, why? I can't put it in like that. You guys won't be able to see anything. I can't fit it. I can't. There's my tonsils. How do my tonsils look? I still have tonsils. Anyway, we're going crazy. Abby, I'm just about to end it. I'm sitting here doing goofy things. I've lost my marbles about 20 minutes ago. I was just about to end it. Long time no see. You have been missed. I was wondering where you were at. But we are ending the stream. I am so sorry. But I'm glad to see you. It's been too long. You'll have to come out and check us out. Abby, I feel like since we've last talked, you've missed. On Monday, I'm going in for a back surgery. I got to have surgery on my spine. They're doing what's called a discectomy. They got to cut out some of the disc on my L4, L5 disc. And so that's going to put me bedridden for up to 6 weeks. That being said, they're encouraging me to get up and move around. So it doesn't mean that I'm not going to be streaming for 6 weeks. It just means maybe the streams won't be so long and maybe a little less scheduled. But it's good for me to get up and move around and hang out with my animals. So we'll still be doing it, just unpredictably. So I am going to have to say goodnight, guys. Have good dreams. Take care, everyone. And we will chat again. So stick around, stay tuned. Have a good night. Thanks for joining me. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow or the next day or whenever we see each other next. Take care, guys.